let's talk about disruptions. Following Charlie's excellent presentation, the Brexit is going to become more and more complex. The impact on Ireland, we know, is going to be negative. And although some people talk about opportunities, and I'm sure we should get ready for the worst result. One thing Charlie also mentioned about the housing issue. So the very expensive house, the price is gone up, is still going up, and also renting is another key factor. This has a big impact on employment, on business management. According to our study, and we found that 7% of the respondents from employee. So we surveyed, in the last year, we surveyed over 10,000 employees. So we received over 1,700 respondents. 7% of them are gig workers, freelancers. And this number has been consistent. Another report predicts that by 2020, there will be up to 68 million gig workers, and they are over 30% of the whole labor market. HR along the time is evolving, and from the traditional administrative role to HR functional expertise, such as training and performance management, and going to the business strategy, become business strategy partnership, right? And this is happening now. What's the future? The future is, according to Dave, and that's going to change. You cannot only look at your internal people. Open the mind, open the eyes, look at what's going on around us, and about the work, about the people. Bring all of the stakeholders, your clients, your suppliers, together to create value for everybody. So the overall figure is 71% people think it's important. Although everybody thinks it's important, everybody talks about it, but we are in the slow progress because only 8% of the companies, they have usable data. We proposed the 3 components of HR analytics. The first component, the high quality data. You have to have a reliable, free of error and consistency, even in different formats, easily be integrated, and timely data. The second component is very important. You have to get people with high analytic competencies to work on the data, to turn the data to valuable information. The last, but also very, very important element is the strategic ability to act. You have to have some people who understand that and have the capability to tell the story. The key finding from this study, actually, we want to understand why, because we want to understand the missing part from HR analytics to firm performance. The key mechanism came out is called evidence-based management. Evidence-based management is a concept from the medicine field into management discipline. Basically requires business people to make decisions, is a decision-making process to consider the best available evidence. There are 6 activities, and you have to ask the right question, and then you have to appraisal the best, search for the best evidence, appraisal which is the best evidence, and then we have other things I'm happy to share. So basically, we think HR analytics provide such evidence, and then organizations are be able to use evidence-based decision-making and improve firm performance. I would like to share some key findings from the survey. And so the good news is that, as Charlie has mentioned, there's good news. Pay rises, received from both employers and employees. And another good news for 2019 that 90% of employers will plan to increase their salary. What a happy ending. Funding. And growth increasing headcount. And this is another good news for Irish economy. So we are growing, continue growing, which is great. The next one is a little bit different about people stay. Employers think, okay, the pay has to be satisfied first. But actually, from employee perspective, work-life balance. People are working so hard. I think somebody told us, "Now you work like a dog." I said, yes. And fun at work with co-workers is a key element for employee well-being. So, do they socialize with each other? So another, going back to the culture, is very important. And the last point is about HR practices. Employees expect to develop their skills, so they want more HR practices. This really makes me think, do we really need more HR practices? Or do we need to implement them first? Okay. The other research theme is all about line manager implementation for HR. We think that you design your HR practice at organizational level, and only when they are implemented by line managers. Let me summarize my talk. We are living in a disruptive world. Everything is disrupted, okay? And the work, the people, and the expectations. But I would like to say that let's get things right. Let's get things done. Let's do that together. You are not alone.